about the zoology, what is the importance of zoology in terms of NEET examination and how to score well in the zoology and analysis, chapter-wise analysis. I'm ready to explain. So chapter-wise analysis I'm going to do. So this is the most highlight part of my session today. Okay, so without delaying, let's enter our zoology explanation presentation. So first, let's look at the overall picture of the biology. If you see, almost all equal weightage. If you divide biology into botany and zoology, definitely they are divided. And when you divide biology into botany and zoology, equal weightage you are getting for both botany and zoology, along with physics and chemistry. So each and every subject, according to me, is same weightage. Like in terms of biology, again, botany, zoology, equal weightage. So all the 4 subjects we should consider as equal weightage. So you can see the diagram over there. With the help of that, we can understand the weightage, overall weightage of each subject: botany, zoology, physics, chemistry. Each and every subject is very, very important. Do not neglect any subject. And coming to the weightage of zoology subject, here approximately we are expecting 45 MCQs. 45 MCQs we are expecting. Definitely, that means it is not exact number because we don't know how many questions they will ask in 2021 and 2020 how many they ask. So we will definitely feel strange. Like sometimes they will ask only 40 to 42 questions. And sometimes 48 questions they will ask, like botany and zoology. And sometimes botany 60% and zoology 40% they will ask. So we cannot say, we cannot speculate what is the number of questions that will be asked from the zoology or botany. So we consider equal weightage and work equally. So we will give our same kind of energy and dedication to each subject. So that's good. Next. Let's have a look into the zoology portion. So this is the pie chart that you can see on the screen. Because manually I cannot explain, so I included this pie chart. So major percentage, major weightage is from the one and only unit, that is, I need not to say, that is human physiology. Absolutely, this is the unit that you must not neglect. And you should not take it for granted. Human physiology. Many students will think that human physiology last also we can study. That is very easy. No, not at all. That should not be our mindset. Human physiology, every year, plenty of MCQs they are asking from this human physiology chapter unit. Complete 7 chapters are there in human physiology. So each and every chapter in this human physiology is very, very essential to score good. Okay. Among 4 subjects, physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, of course, zoology is very easy. And in this zoology, these human physiology chapters are damn easy if you understand, conceptual understanding if you had, then definitely you can do wonders in the zoology.
Rajesh sir, small submission to you. Yes, sir. Sir, if you see this last 10 years,
yes, sir.
The most losing marks subject is zoology only.
Yes, sir. But because of the neglect.
Because we are seeing so many students, correct, so many toppers in our careers.
Yes, sir.
Initially, if you see, they will think zoology is very easy. But when it comes to final exam, if they are doing 5 mistakes wrong means,
correct,
3, 4 they are losing in zoology only.
Exactly, sir.
The problem there is overconfidence. They should not be overconfident on any subject.
Correct. So they are taking it for granted.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is the main reason why they are losing the marks, and it overlook lot of overlook. They are opting another option, and it will be wrong.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rajesh sir, I have seen last year so many students. No.
Yes, sir.
Suppose a student who last 5 bits in bio means out of 90, 85 he did correct, 5 he last means.
Yes, sir.
3, 4 are from zoology only.
Correct, sir.
So earlier, what he used to tell to me was, sir, zoology, I know, sir, 180 you get. But at the end of the exam, no, confidence is required. But overconfidence sometimes kills.
A balance should be balanced.
Yes, yes, yes. Please, sir, please go ahead.
So the student must have a balance, and equal preference should be given to each and every subject. and no subject is to be neglected here, because this is a national level entrance examination. This is not our classroom slip test or a surprise test. Okay, this is national entrance examination. Lakhs of students are competing with you, so be careful while attempting any MCQ. This is national level. They are going to do filtration. They are going to do filtration among the lakhs of students. Thousands of medical seats only required. So please be careful with each and every question while you are attempting. Don't go for overlook, and don't read the question very fast or too fast. Reduce the speed of reading the question and try to attempt fast. Then after reading the question slowly, you can attempt the answer fast. So that is the momentum that you maintain while you attempting the zoology examination. So I need not to extend much about this. And coming to biology and human welfare chapters, there are 3 chapters in this. Number 1, human health and diseases, and number 2, strategies for enhancement in food production, and number 3, microbes in human welfare. From this chapter also 18% weightage, but we think that these chapters are less important. Even same mindset again, same mindset is being reflected in this unit also. Same mindset. So we should not do this. We should not repeat this. Now, this is nothing but eye opener. This pie chart could be an eye opener for many of you students. Really, I'm telling you, it's from the bottom of my heart. I'm telling this could be an eye opener. We think that biotechnology, animal kingdom, structural organization, and evolution very important. But here you see that the trend, you see the questions, number of questions from which unit they are asking. You imagine, just I'm telling you, in overall biology, I'm telling you, from ecology 4 units in second year, ecology only 4 units. And we think that ecology is very simple, and we used to neglect, and we used to read before examination. Neck of the moments we will read that ecology. But I'm telling you, please remember, ecology unit, minimum of 10 MCQs you will get. You believe it? Minimum of 10 MCQs, 9 to 10 MCQs, minimum you will get from the ecology unit. So be careful. Ecology unit also, please don't neglect, along with human physiology and biology in human welfare units. Okay, next, next move on to the next slide. So coming to the first chapter, Kingdom Animalia. In the zoology, this is the most beautiful chapter. Different phyla, about different animals you are going to study in this chapter, and a lot of examples. And this chapter is mainly memory-based chapter. Animal Kingdom chapter is memory-based chapter. You can see the trend here up to 2019. From 2009, how many MCQs they have asked. 2009 2 MCQs, and 2010 4, and 2011 3, and if you count like that, not less than 20 MCQs in the past 10 years of NEET examination. See the trend. I'm not lying, this is the true information. Okay, and 2019 2 MCQs, and 2020 also up to 4 MCQs they have asked. So you can understand the weightage, average weightage, you can understand. So don't neglect this chapter, Animal Kingdom. And how to read this Animal Kingdom? Many students are bringing their concerns to me. Sir, how to remember Animal Kingdom chapter? It's so confusing, it's so exhausting, and it's so very dry, and lot of examples, and we can't concentrate, we can't understand how to deal with this chapter. Yes, I have a solution for you here. Solutions are here. Number 1, tabular forms. How to excel in Animal Kingdom chapter. Number 1, tabular forms are very essential, and very essential. Tabular forms you have to draw. Okay, you make your own. See, this is the time you could show your own capability, right? You should bring out your own potential. You should bring out your talent in preparation for examination. So number 1, tabular forms, and number 2, flowchart. Suppose you take phylum chordata, you should be in a position to draw a flowchart immediately. Phylum chordata, 3 subphyla, Urochordata, Cephalochordata, vertebrata, again vertebrata, Agnatha, Gnathostomata. Like that, if you draw a memory map or a flowchart, you will never forget. You will never forget. And coming to the third and most vital part while preparing Animal Kingdom chapter is mnemonics. Mnemonics means, very simple, I'll tell you. You take some examples. Suppose you have 10 examples to study, to remember. You have to remember those 10 examples. Out of the 10 examples, the first letter you must take first. The first letter you have to take, and then for each letter each first letter you have to take for all examples, and the first letters you should make your own words, or by using the words entire examples itself you can make your own words, and like a story you can make it and to remember. Here I'm going to show you an example for tabular form in Animal Kingdom. I'm going to show a flowchart for Animal Kingdom. For sample I'm showing you, and mnemonics also, how to make mnemonics I'll show you in the coming slides. Okay, so stay tuned. Next. Yes, this is the one which I have prepared. This is absolutely from my brain and hand only. This is fully handicrafted. That is my handwriting, you can see. First 10 phyla, I made a tabular form. First 10 phyla. You can understand here, very simple. All the 10 features you can understand. Level of organization, symmetry, germinal layers, and habitat, digestive system, respiratory, circulatory, excretory, nervous, and reproductive features. I will not explain all. Just a sample. For sample, I'll tell you one thing. Germinal layers you take. Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora, I written DDD. That D stands for diploblastic. And remaining all the phyla, TTTTT, I written. That means triploblastic. So what is diploblastic and triploblastic? First of all, in basis of classification, you must remember, right? In basis of classification, while you're studying, you should be perfect. You should be thorough. What are the levels of organization? What are the types of symmetry? What is germinal layers, and what are the two types of animals based on the germinal layers? And what about digestive system situation, like absent in the porifera, incomplete in cnidaria, Ctenophora, platyhelminths, and then complete from Ascalminths onwards. So in this way, if you make a one table for all the characters to be included, it will be very, 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 very easy. Okay, so yes, whatever the doubts you have, I'll clarify at the end of my session. Okay, next. So coming to reproductive features, a wonderful shortcut I prepared. Here you can see so reproductive features. First, three features. Reproductive features means three features we have to remember. Number one, sexuality. Number two, type of fertilization. And number three, development. Sexuality, fertilization, development. First, they should be sexually defined. Next, and what is the kind of fertilization? The second one. And number three, their development. For that, I made a shortcut. First, observe this. For porifera, I'm telling you HII. That means H stands for hermaphrodites and I stands for internal fertilization. And the second I, that means third letter. The third letter I, that is stands for indirect development. So hermaphrodites, internal fertilization and indirect development. Like that, you should be in a position to make flowcharts on your own. Okay, we are there to guide you. Definitely, we will guide you, but you should stand on your own while making these kind of things. Last four phyla you observe: mollusca, arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, hemichordata. You observe UEI, 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 UEI. That U stands for unisexual, and E stands for external fertilization, and I stands for indirect development. Okay, so and this is the shortcut to remember easily, right? Next, let's move on to the flowchart kind of method. Flowchart kind of method. Here, mnemonics. Okay, I'm going to tell you mnemonics, about the mnemonics. Try to make some funny mnemonics. Why? Because you will remember those, right? See, if you while you're studying, if you make fun of your friend while you're studying, when you're sitting aside, when you're making a joke, during examination, you will remember the moment when the question related to the topic. When it comes, yes, this question, when I'm talking with my friend, I was studying this question. Like that, it will, glow in your mind. So in the same way, you make a funny mnemonic, whatever the topic that you are studying, you will remember it a lot. You will remember, you will never forget it. So try to make some, add some humor, whatever you are studying. Suppose a lot of examples are there in Animal Kingdom, lot of examples are there. So how to keep all those examples in the mind? I do only one thing. I follow these kind of mnemonics. Let's say the first one, take European sponge. What is this take European sponge? It's very simple. Sponges examples we can remember with the help of this. European, euspongia, sponge, spongilla, right? So like that we can remember. And then second one, Mr. Adam passed physics, got medical seat in Georgia, written test with pen. Mr. Adam passed physics and got medical seat in Georgia and written test with pen. Everybody write test with pen or pencil. That's it. You know that. Mr. Adam for Adamsia, physics Physalia, medical Meandrina, Georgia Gorgonia, and pen Penatula, C pen. All the Nidaria examples we can cover within one simple shortcut. And coming to 10 plates, we know that 10 plates means Ctenophora, plate bearing animals. Ctenophora. 10 means Ctenoplana. Plates means Pleurobrachia. That's it. Easy to remember the example. Next, coming to fourth example, take fashionable plates, tapeworm, fasciola, and planaria, platyhelminths examples. Take fashionable plates. When we attend any functions, we'll try to take very nice, beautiful plate only to have a food, right? Dinner. So take fashionable plates like that. In terms of that, take fashionable plates. Next, Ashish, where is my bicycle? We are asking our neighbor Ashish, where is my bicycle? Whether he has to. Ashish, Ascaris, where, Busheraria, Bancrafty, and cycle, encyclostoma. Like that we can remember. Ashish, where is my bicycle? Very familiar shortcuts you should be in a position to make. And next, Pila pink, this is Hindi word. Pila pink apilo, danse chabao, September, October, May. Pila pink apilo, colorful apples you take colorful apples and chew with your teeth, danse chabao, chew with your teeth, and then in the month of September and October, like that. So how to remember this? Phyla itself, right? Pila, but we call it phyla, apple snake, and pink, pinctada, and then apple, aplysia, loligo, dant, dentalium, sepia, and chabao, ketoplura, and September, sepia, October, octopus, like that. We can remember these examples. And coming to this A, B, C, D, E, we know Echinodermata, A for Asterias, B for Brittle Star, C for Cucumaria, D for Antedon, E for Echinus echinocardium. You can remember the examples in this way. And see, so it will not end. If I start now, it will not end. So there is no end. So I'm just adding you the samples. I'm showing you how to prepare. You have to be dedicated and you should enjoy learning. And coming to the next shortcut, okay, I think you are waiting for the next shortcuts. Priest was scolded for holding gun in the car. Yes, of course, priest should not hold this kind of things, right? But we can remember easily. So because of that, priestess, scolded, scoliodon, right? Next, dogfish, and hold, and gun, trigon, car, carcharodon, like that you can remember easily. Next, they all are Chondrichthyes examples. Next, Honey Singh took 1 lakh for Bombay show. We know Honey Singh is a great singer, and honey means honeybee for arthropoda examples. Honey means honeybee. 1 lakh insect. Bombay, bombyx. You can remember examples in a simple way. So this is what I would like to say. You have to enjoy the learning. You should not feel depressed. Oh, why I am doing this? Like that. You should not feel. You should be energetic and take energy and nutritious food, as Gausar already suggested you. Take nourishment, good nourishment, and proteins, vitamins, minerals, whatever the nutrients are rich in that foods. All those foods you should consume in this time, because it will help you to be healthy as well as active and energetic. Okay, then without making delay, we will move on to the next chapter, that is animal tissues. That means histology. Histology means study of tissues. And structural organization in animals, as per my observation, there are two parts here. In the structural organization chapter, there are 2 chapters we have to make. Number 1, histology, and number 2, study of animals. So many students will ask, sir, what about the study of animals like frog and earthworm? Yes, you prepare. There is no problem. You prepare. You will not die. You will not die if you study. So study, prepare everything. Okay. But you have to enjoy the preparation. You have to enjoy the preparation. Each and every system, you should be in a position to compare. Like in frog, how the respiratory system was. In cockroach, how respiratory system, how tracheal system was. And in earthworm, how is the cutaneous respiration is going. You should be comparing all the organ systems. Then you will easily remember that. Compare all the organ systems. It is easy. Anatomy also in the same way, right? Head, thorax, abdomen, and head and abdomen like that. So you can remember easily. And trend, if you observe, 2020, that means you were seeing a batch, 2020 batch. They asked 2 MCQs from this structural organization in animals chapter. 2 MCQs were asked in this chapter. Okay, so this is the chapter that where we should not neglect because 2 MCQs also will gives us a lot of difference. We know percentile system, right? 99.9 percentile is different. 99.0 percentile is different, right? 99.9 means first rank. 99.0 means maybe 10th rank, 10th position like that. So percentile may vary. So each and every question is very important in the NEET examination. Okay, next. At the end of my session, I would like to address all your queries. Get ready, okay? And coming to some tricks and tips for this to excel in this structural organization in animals chapter. NCERT textbook line to line. That is the only mantra which save you and above all the tantras. Only mantra is textbook. That's it. So NCERT textbook, and to get more details, follow additional reference books like if you are into the Narayana textbook is there, Narayana material is there, NEET material. And also if you are outside, you can have a plenty of materials and in the market, even in Flipkart or Amazon, you can order them, you can purchase, you can study. A lot of reference books are there. Knowledge infinite. Knowledge is infinite. Histology. You can find many things in Google also. Like learn the locations of different types of tissues. This is absolutely very, 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 very important. Every year one MCQ they are asking from this. So locations of each and every tissue, like it is epithelial or connective or muscular, nervous, each and every tissues, their types and their locations, make one tabular form again. Again, make one table. Okay, next, stick to the NCERT textbook for cockroach, frog, and earthworm. Stick to NCERT. You need not to go exterior. Only NCERT lines for cockroach, frog, and earthworm. Because why I am telling this, with my own experience, I am telling. Cockroach, frog, and earthworm, there is no chance of asking beyond NCERT, not application level questions. Only NCERT lines only they will ask. Don't get panic about cockroach, frog, and earthworm. Follow the NCERT lines in study. For this topic, I'm telling particularly. Next, if you habituated to solve n number of questions, it will be very, very easy in final NEET examination. So get more and more assignments from your concerned teacher. If you are my student, I'm also giving you many assignments that you know already, and revise frequently each topic. And you are making tabular form now: tissue name, type of tissue, location, function. Three columns we are making tabular form now, so that you remember, concentrate properly. Okay, it will give you definitely one MCQ in the final NEET examination. Tissue name, subtissue name, subtype name, location, function. Very, very important. We'll expect one MCQ from that. Okay, now let's look at the flowchart that I made. I would like to show proudly, because actually I don't have this soft copy, that flowchart of the structural organization animals for animal tissues and cockroach, which I instantly written on the board. I'm showing you. I couldn't bring out the soft copy, so I'm showing it on the board. So if you are in a position to write this flowchart, that means you are perfect in the chapter. Got it? So you should be in a position to make this kind of flowcharts. Like you observe animal tissues, right side cockroach I draw, right, in the flowchart. Epithelial, connective, muscular, nervous. In cockroach again, morphology, anatomy. In the morphology again, head, thorax, abdomen, and anatomy. I'm there, so you cannot see the anatomy flowchart there. Next, coming to epithelial tissues. Again, types of epithelial tissues based on the arrangement, based on the shape, based on the special features. Again, classification. Connective tissue proper and specialized connective tissues. Again, further classification. So like that, if you make a flow chart, immediately, yes, this comes under this. Like if you have a memory map in your mind, definitely you will do wonders. Believe me, please believe me. That's it. Okay, next. All your queries I will address at the end of my session, please. Next,
yes,
coming to the next chapter. Yes, sir.
It's a time for question and answer session, sir. Yeah, you
5 minutes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sorry for consuming more time, everyone. So biomolecules chapter trend we will observe. Okay, I will try to finish it early as possible. Biomolecules chapter, if you observe 2009 to 2019, in 2019 there was no MCQ was asked, but in 2020 last year they asked 2 questions. So please have a look onto this biomolecules trend. In 2015 they asked 4 MCQs. 4 MCQs they asked in 2015. Okay, coming to so important topics to be covered in this chapter: chemical constituents of living cells and proteins classification, carbohydrates classification, lipids and nucleic acids classification, and followed by enzymes. Enzymes topic, definitely 1 MCQ every NEET examination. Keep in your mind this one. About enzymes, every MCQ, definitely 1 MCQ. You remember this, okay? Be perfect in that. Next, animal physiology, as we already discussed. Animal physiology, number of MCQs you observed: 2016 12 MCQs, and 2017 16 MCQs, and 2018 15 MCQs, and 2019 13 MCQs, and 2020 13 MCQs. I will not tell anything, right? What is a weightage? You know, 12% weightage. Overall NEET examination, 12% weightage. So don't ever neglect this unit, complete unit. Okay, 7 chapters are there, and in these 7 chapters, most frequently asked questions from these chapters, like chemical coordination, about glands and hormones, gland location, hormone target, gland location, hormone target, gland location, hormone target. Same pattern follow. Next, body fluids and circulation, about the heart and cardiac cycle. Definitely, 1 question will be asked definitely. And breathing and exchange of the gases, mechanism and volumes of respiration, and coming to excretion, mechanism of formation of urine, and as well as concentration of the urine. And coming to digestion and absorption chapter, it's mechanism of digestion, as well as glands and their secretions, all the glands and their secretions. Please remember, digestion and absorption, 1 MCQ guarantee. All glands, if you study all glands, their secretions and their function, 1 or 2 MCQs will come, guarantee. Next, so this is about animal physiology. So this is not the one who you can mug up. You should not mug up the chapter. You should understand. Conceptual understand is very essential for this chapter to do wonders in this chapter. Previous MCQs, of course. And here is one mnemonic that I written. Oman, Aman traveling on National Highway of Uttar Pradesh. They both are great people and they like Delhi daredevils. Here, why I made this mnemonic? To remember excretory disorders. There will be a lot of excretory disorders, right? O for oligouria, A for anuria, N for nocturia, H for hematuria, U for uremia, P for polynephritis, and G for gout, and P for polyuria, and D for dysuria, and D for diuresis. Like the first letters you observe: O, A, N, H, U, P, and G, P, D, D. Oman, Aman, National Highway, Uttar Pradesh, great people, Delhi daredevils. Oliguria, anuria, nocturia, hematuria, uremia, polynephritis, gout, and polyuria, and dysuria, diuresis. Like that first letter, mnemonic. I already discussed about the mnemonics. This is one example in the physiology that I would like to give you. Next, coming to the most important chapter for the zoology, that is human reproduction chapter. We expect, we got 4 MCQs in the 2020. In 2019, strange, it is really strange. 2014 to 17, no question were asked, and 2019 also no question was asked. But in 2020, they asked 4 MCQs. So we should not believe this chapter. We should not neglect this chapter. You should be perfect. So it can be a game changer, because sometimes they're asking 4 to 5 MCQs, sometimes not at all asking, sometimes again, all of a sudden they are asking 4 to 5 MCQs. So you have to understand this. So you should not neglect the chapter at any cost. Next, coming to the evolution chapter, it is maintaining some consistency, like 4, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Like that, they are maintaining consistency in terms of giving in the question paper, NEET examination. Evolution, very, very interesting chapter, but at the same time, you will forget all the concepts easily. So these are the concepts that you must concentrate. Biological evolution and evidences. Evidences of evolution, one MCQ guarantee. From evidences of evolution, one MCQ is guarantee. That's it. Without giving an MCQ from evidences chapter, they won't make the question paper. Next, Darwin, Charles Darwin contribution, natural selection and evolution by descent, right? Branching descent and mechanism of evolution by Hugo de Vries and all. And then genetic drift concept and Hardy-Weinberg problem. Definitely these concepts must be thoroughly studied, revised. And this is an account of evolutionary stages. Already sir has described about the different stages: Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Permian, Carboniferous, Permian. Like that stage, what is the age? What is the flora and fauna? What is the age? What is the flora fauna? What is the age? What is the flora and fauna? Tabular form. So neck of the movements you can revise by using this. We will feel in evolution chapter this is the only very, very difficult chapter, but if you make a table like this, tabular form like this for all the evolution account and evolutionary stages, you can remember easily. Next. So coming to microbes chapter, is very, very small chapter, simple chapter, and the weightage almost all 5 MCQs, 6 MCQs they asked in 2019. So it should not be neglected. 6 MCQs. So mighty. Okay. Next, this is a flowchart which I drawn, and then biotechnology. This is also a very, very big chapter. Biotechnology. 2020, 6 MCQs were asked from this chapter. 2020, 6 MCQs. So every year 6, 6, 7, 3, 5, like that. That means average weightage 5 MCQs we expect. So on an average 5 MCQs we are expecting. Got it. Biotechnology. And the most important thing about biotechnology is 12th standard, our NCERT textbook, we should be thorough, and also understanding each and every concept. And coming to applications, in applications, every application is very, very important: medicinal and agriculture, and also transgenic animals and biopiracy, bioethics. So these all topics should be equally given importance and study. Do not try to memorize. You have understand the concepts. Understand the concepts. Then solve MCQs from previous. This is one sample flowchart that I written for. A pesticide, biopesticide, BT cotton flowchart. See the mechanism within simple 4 lines flowchart. The flowchart I made with only 4 lines. Very simple. You should be in a position to immediately plot a memory map to remember the concept effectively. Next. So here some questions list. I would like to end up the session, because I'm taking much time, I'm consuming more time. So finally, I would like to say, sit down and enjoy the zoology subjects and score well, and also stay safe. And already sir has discussed about the different medical colleges and requirement. And finally, I would like to end up my session by telling this wonderful thing. Just imagine you are a doctor and you are a surgeon coming out of ICU and telling your the patient loved ones that your loved one is safe. See their happiness in their faces and inner peace and your happiness. Just imagine, it will be awesome feeling to understand that. Got it? So be a doctor, and definitely you can crack the NEET easily. Okay, it's not a difficult thing, it's not a big deal. So this is